manufacturer of transit communication systems in Long Island, New York, volunteered to make ventilators in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, they had no idea that their effort to support their community would place them firmly in the crosshairs of a leading ransomware gang. Unfortunately, as a result of a successful doppelganger ransomware attack delivered by a phishing email, the manufacturer, which had been producing nearly 300 FDA-approved ventilators a day, saw their shop floor ground to a halt. It's likely these emails were designed to target employees specific to the manufacturer, with the goal of getting the user to click a link or download a file. Regardless, the goal was essentially to get the user to open the front door of their business to allow for attack. What followed was the introduction of a strain of doppelganger ransomware. Doppelganger has skyrocketed since the outbreak of COVID-19 and is one of the latest in a series of ransomware tools that not only encrypts data for hostage keeping, but also keeps copies of the data for potential sale or release. This dual approach is specifically harmful for manufacturers who rank loss of intellectual property and production challenges among their greatest fears. Hello, I am Stephen Helm, Product Marketing Manager here at WatchGuard Technologies. And in this webinar, we will take a look at how manufacturers can keep their shop room floors safe. Following healthcare, manufacturing is the second most hacked industry in the United States. Attacks like this are on the rise, not just against large manufacturing operations, but against mid-sized manufacturers all around the world. The stakes can be very high for manufacturers, who are prime targets in large part because of the value of intellectual property data that they own and the time-sensitive, production-driven nature of the manufacturing business. Moreover, the adoption of operational technology has made manufacturing environments more connected and, in turn, more vulnerable than ever. In this webinar, we're going to take a look at how some of the unique challenges mid-sized businesses and distributed manufacturers face in securing their networks, now and into the future. One of the reasons manufacturers present a prime target for cybercriminals is the value of intellectual property, including trade secrets that manufacturers develop. Cybercriminals are after the planning, research, and development information of a manufacturer's products, essentially aiming to steal the fruits of a company's innovation engine right out from under their nose. The theft of IP, or intellectual property, has been a long-standing menace within the manufacturing sector, and it could include anything from product proposals to proprietary manufacturing processes, all of which represent tempting fodder for competitors and ransomware-armed hackers alike, potentially leading to the loss of revenue and customers. Verizon recently found that 86% of attacks against manufacturers were targeted acts of cyber espionage, where the figure is just 13% across all other industries. Verizon also discovered that nation-states disproportionately target manufacturing. The time and cost-sensitive nature of manufacturing also makes disruptive attacks like ransomware or denial of a service type of attacks particularly effective. Manufacturers have rapidly adopted operational technology and connected IoT devices to improve production and automation. Yet these very technologies could be used to compromise the business's network. There's been a 2,000% increase in the number of incidents targeting OT networks since 2018 as criminals prey on unprotected networks. While many manufacturers have worked to modernize their shop floors, high availability in production schedules makes significant updates difficult. What this means in practice is that devices connected to OT networks are likely outmoded and running outdated software. Updates to these systems typically only happen when they have become completely obsolete and are replaced entirely. Managing these legacy environments is cumbersome for some time-strapped IT teams already, and security is all too often left to fall by the wayside. It should also be noted that we are presenting this webinar during an ongoing pandemic, which has significantly impacted the global cybersecurity landscape. Indeed, the FBI reports a 4 times increase in the number of cybercrime incidents since the outbreak, and a 72% increase in ransomware alone. Manufacturers have not been spared from this escalation, and the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency recently introduced a bulletin warning of specific attacks against OT networks and manufacturing. They warned that attacks could cause the loss of availability of OT networks and loss of view into human operators, resulting in the loss of revenue and productivity. Even more alarming, they warned of the manipulation of PLC and SCADA systems that it could affect of physical processes. To make matters worse, few industries have experienced such a shift in workplace normalcy, with 53% of manufacturer employees now working remotely as a result of COVID-19, up from an average of 9% before the pandemic. Here are 7 tips for enhancing the security of manufacturing environments. Number 1, automate security analysis to detect and respond to threats quickly. Keeping pace with threats and cutting costs today requires automation. Downtime and production disruption can cripple a manufacturing business, and ransomware and crypto mining malware can halt production, sap efficiency, and drive up utility costs. When you prioritize automation in your security choices, you can accelerate detection and response, as well ensure your systems are configured correctly the first time. Number 2, block phishing attempts with DNS filtering. Keeping employees away from malicious emails and blocking risky clicks can help keep a business safe. Hackers rely on DNS to phish unsuspecting victims, so careful examination of DNS requests is a great way to find and ultimately intercept attacks. Unwitting attempts to connect to known malicious DNS addresses by your users can be automatically blocked, and the user is seamlessly redirected to a safe landing page, keeping them away from the phish. Third, inspect encrypted traffic. Over 80% of a business's traffic today occurs over encrypted channels, and 50% of phishing sites use HTTPS to hide their attack. Many successful cyber attacks are simply reusing known malware payloads, but hiding them in encrypted traffic until it's too late. Visibility into this traffic is critical. In fact, if you aren't using HTTPS decryption and content inspection, you're likely missing up to 2/3 of malware entering your organization. HTTPS inspection makes it possible to decrypt HTTPS traffic, examine the contents for signs of attack, then encrypt the traffic again with a new certificate for safe delivery. Deploy layered security and protect against zero-day threats. While connecting remote locations and industrial environments can help you achieve a higher level of operational efficiency, the security implications of doing so can be severe. Breaches of industrial control systems can have significant impact, bringing your business to a halt and even potentially endangering lives. Distributed manufacturers need the ability to keep OT and IoT networks separate from IT resources, while inspecting all network traffic for these threats. SCADA-specific IPS signatures can protect against well-known exploits of common industrial control systems, and advanced anti-malware approaches like sandboxing and the AI-powered prevention can protect your business against zero-day attacks. Extend secure access. Manufacturers rely on a distributed ecosystem of employees, partners, contractors, and suppliers who all need varying degrees of access to the business's stack of applications. With single sign-on, users can log in one time with a single set of credentials and access all of the applications, websites, and data they need. SSO improves security by minimizing the password burden on users and lightens the load on IT teams swamped with password reset requests. Combining SSO with multi-factor authentication to secure things like RDP, SSH, and web access connections is a best practice that can keep remote connections from becoming a Trojan horse into your network. Establish a trusted wireless environment. As more and more devices connect on the shop floor via Wi-Fi, care should be taken to deploy a trusted wireless environment to keep those devices safe from compromise. A trusted wireless environment is a framework that enables you to build a complete Wi-Fi network that is fast, easy to manage, and most importantly, secure. A trusted wireless environment provides automatic protection from the 6 known Wi-Fi threat categories, including 1. Rogue access points, 2. Rogue clients, 3. Neighbor access points, 4. Ad hoc connections, 5. Evil twin access points, and finally 6. Misconfigured access points. And the final point, use rugged security in harsh environments. Most network devices are designed for office environments or rack-mounted in climate-controlled server rooms, where issues of temperature, water, and dust are negligible. Initiatives to connect and modernize operations in harsh environments like shop floors require a device that can withstand these conditions, ensure effective security, and deliver consistently high performance. Dust, moisture, and extreme temperatures can dramatically reduce the life cycle and performance of network hardware. Ruggedized security products are IP or ingress protection rated for their resistance against solids and fluids, ensuring they provide the appropriate protection for the needs of your manufacturing environment. And that brings us to WatchGuard. I've talked a lot about the unique security challenges manufacturers face today, and the truth is, WatchGuard has been helping manufacturers all around the globe face these challenges head-on. We are one of the only network security providers that delivers high-performance SSL inspection, including of TLS 1.3 traffic, integrated DNS filtering and phishing protection, multi-layer defenses and SCADA-specific IPS signatures, single sign-on and a secure access portal, all in an easy-to-manage firewall platform. But we also offer the hardware manufacturers need to secure their harsh environments. With WatchGuard's ruggedized firewalls and wireless access points, you can extend the security and connectivity to locations with challenges from dust, moisture, and extreme temperatures without degrading performance or the life of the product you choose. To learn more about how WatchGuard can help your manufacturing business, read our ebook, Bringing Network Security to the Shop Room Floor with WatchGuard. Thank you.